up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton. And I am joined by a man that's been missing in action. It's the Clifford Torno is in the house. Give it up for Clifford.
What's up, sir? Thanks for having me back on.
Oh, my gosh. It's Clifford. Cliff, you are back in the house, brother. How you been, man?
You know, life's taking a turn. Last time you saw me, I was out in, I think, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
And, man, I've been from Phoenix to Virginia. Now I'm down here in Abilene, Texas. And life is great.
Well, you're back in Texas, so that's a good thing, man. Great to see you back, man. And we also got Cowboys Champ in the house. Give it up for Cowboys Champ.
Hey, how y'all guys doing?
Man, everything's great, man. You see who I got on the show tonight?
Yeah.
What up, champ?
Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, how you doing,
Doing
brother?
good.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Been checking out some of the Cowboy news today.
Oh, man, I know it, man. And we got some things going on, you know. First, before we get started, I want to say thank you to all the followers of the Cowboy Huddle podcast and everybody that is subscribed to this channel, man. We, again, like I said, without you guys, this is totally impossible. We are back on What's Up Wednesday. Give it up. First time going live, for this season. So here we are. We're going to try to get things cranked up, man, and get into some of this news that people can use, man. And, yeah, let's get right on into it, man. Let me pull out some of these banners and let's get right into some of the things that's going on, man. So let's start with you, Cliff. So far, what have you thought about some of the things that has taken place in recent history, in recent times?
You know, I'm very excited with getting rid of Matty Recluse, getting the new defensive coordinator in town. I like the fact that we went young. I like the fact that he's already engaged with the players and he's already making moves. I do like us at a 3-4 defense. I believe, this past season when Overshown finally came back, I don't think he was able to show his full potential like he has in the past, simply because I think he's going to thrive more in a 3-4 defense. The additions that we've already made along the defensive line and the changes, it's looking up for sure.
I know you're right. Give it up. You're so right about that. We can only go up from here, I would think, Cliff. This defense on last year, man, it was atrocious. It was pretty bad, man. I don't think it get any worse than that.
I'm sure it could have, but I don't know if there's more. There's only 32 teams, but it's so hard when you have the number one ranked offense for 85% of the season, and no matter what they do, and mind you, we had CeeDee Lamb out 6 games.
Yeah, we did.
And I apologize if there's any wind. I'm sitting outside, beautiful view here.
We can hear you.
It's very unsettling to have the number one offense, and this isn't the first time we've done this. It's still, normally we still have a mediocre defense, right? We're 15 to 20, but last year, the entire season, it seemed, we were 31st or 32nd in defense and points allowed. It's like, what do you do? So I'm happy for the changes.
Yeah. Well, Cowboys Champ, what do you think, brother? What have you? As far as what we've done so far, what are your thoughts?
Well, looking at going back to the Super Bowl, where saw the blueprint that was Seattle and what the Patriots did. Seattle, they added 2 veterans, one on offense, one on defense, with a team that they already had to go over the hump. And with the Patriots, they replaced 31 players for that team last year. But the difference is both the head coaches put discipline on both sides of the ball. Now, what the Cow? I'm still don't have no high hopes on Shoddy because the fact that he was a first time head coach, but it's going to be a second year. What I want to see Scotty do, even though they did hire Parker as the new DC,
Yeah.
also applies to Shotty last year. He's going to be a DC in training because this is his first time calling plays. And
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that that they brought in enough coaches that will help him, especially in situation ball.
Right.
And well, like I said, whether it's the 3-4-5-2 or the 4-2-6 or 4-2-5,
Right.
get the players that's going to fit whatever scheme that you're going to run.
Yeah,
And
I
because
believe he mentioned that too. He said it's more about uh his scheme fitting his players, not him trying to make the players fit his scheme. So he's trying to get these players with a scheme that's going to fit the players that he has. And
yeah,
he's really been making some major moves, man. I
to be,
really
to really be honest, I wish they could stay with the 4-3 because I would love to see one more year with Clark and Williams. Got both the guys, and if you could add two good outside pass rush and a good middle linebacker, I would love to see how that would have been this year. But it's around 3-4. All that I can say is, uh, let's see what happened.
I don't think you're going to get a double dose. I mean, regardless of 3-4-4-3, you're going to get a double dose of these guys. I mean, you got one guy that's going to work on that darn center. Then here's coming another one. And I just see what do you call a swarm coming, a swarm of bees. I mean, they're going to show this 3-4 defense, and they're going to be shooting all different types of gaps, and you're not going to know what's coming at them. So I think we'll still get a good dose of both players, man. And I'm excited. We got Football Junkie in the house. Give it up for Football Junkie. Football Junkie, look who we got with us tonight, man. Look, can you believe it? We got
What up, Junkie?
Raiders of the Lost Arks.
Hey, we was on TikTok, man. I've been reaching out to him and whatever, and I really charged it to. I said, man, he must be really busy doing work or whatever. Not anyway, it is what it is. So I said, well, he'll come around.
I haven't even been on TikTok lately. Like I saw your message, I was like, oh my god, I got to reach out to him. Absolutely.
Yeah. And he said, "What are you gonna do the next live?" I said, "Well, man, come on." And so I hit him up, and he was able to come on tonight. So, Football Junk, we got some things that we're gonna talk about tonight, real quick. But I just want to kind of get, since it's our first live for 2026, I just want to see if you can share with the people how you feel about the moves has been made here recently.
Man, I really do. First and foremost, shout out fans, family, friends. The way the things have been going and really have been escalated within the last 3 weeks or so, I really think this is really an outstanding job that the Joneses are allowing to take place. This is a situation that hasn't taken place since Jimmy was coaching the Cowboys. Literally. He is allowing his coaches to evaluate, dissect, process, and bring in the skill set that is needed to basically do the job that is needed to be done to make this defense better, if not potentially greater. It can't help but to be greater compared to what it's been the last few seasons. I like that these guys, that's this coaching staff, this defensive side of the ball has young minds. The average age, 35.
Yeah.
35, average age. So these guys, these guys being that they're the average, their age variance is in the mid 30s and whatnot. They still are tapped into the old school vintage hard nosed football. They still tapped in. They caught in on the dying breed. of football. Not only did they catch in on the dying breed of football, they are aware of what the mindsets is of football players. This dispensation that we're playing football in now. Um, and then we have the DC. He has a mindset of attacking. And when you look at the players that are being brought in, they're aggressive. They're all aggressive. They all doggish, and
Gee.
that's what we need. We need dudes that are competitive, not just in practice, but competitive on game day, on
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Thursday. They're competitive and hungry. These guys, from what I've looked at so far, these guys, they want to make a name for themselves. They want to. Uh, I'm not going to even leave out the monetary side of the situation. They want to make some money. They want to play the game that they love and whatnot, but they want to make some money, and I don't knock them for that.
And Junkie, can I add
So
to that real quick?
yeah,
Here's one thing that I've noticed with everybody that we've gotten so far in this free agency, in this offseason start, is these guys want to play as a team. They want to win
exactly.
as a team. You don't have anybody saying I. Dude, I'm right there with you. Taking these guys and doing what we haven't seen done, which is team. Right? We've had too many people of I.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked, so excited.
Yeah. No, that's so true, man. I think bringing in the Christian Parker, man, and watching him evolve, and for him to be innovative and creative to bring something new to the defense, man. And here's the thing, and I was just talking about before the football junkie. No one really knows what they're going to get in game one.
Nope.
No one knows what this defense is going to look. Okay, we know what a base look like, but now when we're talking about individuals playing at these positions and the play calling, it's going to probably take a couple of weeks, Cliff, for these guys to even realize who is who. You know what I mean? Before we get going any further, I got somebody else is in the house. Let's bring him up. It's my guy. Cowboys Corner is in the house. Give it up.
What's up, Cowboy Corner?
You look like
What's
you're
going
about
on, you guys?
15, brother. You look like you're about 15 years old. What?
Oh, clean shaven, baby faced over there.
Yeah.
He's spring cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. So my barber is inconsistent with my fades, right? So I got me a white man haircut, and it didn't go good with the Mexican beard. So I had to take off the Mexican beard.
Well, you look military-ish.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
I'm fired up.
All right. So, hey, man, we're just getting here kind of collaborating on what we've seen, as far in the past. So I guess we can probably ask you, how do you feel about the latest, the recent moves that the Cowboys have taken, and just give us your take on what you've seen so far up to today. And what do you like?
The trade of Rashawn Gary, I think that replaces what Clowney did for you. I don't know if it doesn't replace Micah by any means, but it does replace the production of Clowney, and Rashawn Gary obviously fits in a 3-4 scheme. So that was a Christian Parker move. Then you look at Jalen Thompson, one of the biggest free agency signings that we've done in quite some time, since like 2020. 3-year deal, not a 1-year deal that we're accustomed to as Cowboy fans. You look at his play and what he was able to do with Arizona. There's some connection there with the DB coach that came in here to work for Christian Parker. So there's that. That's another reason why he's here. But I think I think Jalen Thompson doesn't steer you away from drafting a safety. Like if you look at Dylan Thiemann or something like that at 20, I think that gives you that opportunity still. I don't think Jalen Thompson's now. Is he better than what we upgraded, as in Donovan Wilson and Y.A. Thomas? Absolutely. PJ Locke, special teams guy. I don't expect him to play a lot of stuff just on special teams. Spinal fusion in 2025. So special teams is going to be his thing. Early 2025, spinal fusion. And then you look at Then you look at Kobe Durant. That is a low key good sign move there. I mean, his last game
Veteran.
with the Rams, he had a couple of interceptions and stuff, and played at a high level in a playoff game. So you gotta like that. You look at Otito Obanya. You look at him and his 6'4", 320 stature. I like that because that tells me that he's serious about stopping the run.
Yes, sir.
And the trading of Osa Odigizua tells me that he's serious about stopping the run. Osa's biggest flaw is he couldn't stop the run. And so you get him out of here. You get a 3rd round pick that was desperately needed. And you get rid of an underperforming player. You bring in a top player like George Pickens. You get the 3rd round pick. It's like you got George Pickens for free. So you always got to keep that. You got George for free. I can't think of any other players. I know we signed another corner with small arms.
Darian Kendrick. He got
an interception. He's another veteran. That's a low risk, high reward. I kept seeing, but for the most part, it's a C+ for me. I think we can do better in the draft. I think a lot of these are rotational pieces. Sorry to go long-winded, but it's a C+ for me. Overall, trading Osa brought it to a B for me.
Right. So let me ask you this question. Darian, and let's get into the latest signings. We can go right into the latest signing. And we got Cowboys champ back in the house. Cowboys champ is back. So the latest signing, you hit on a few of those names. So Darian Kendrick, so he's a veteran. So I guess my biggest thing, I guess the question is with him, and we have Sharon. What's his name? Oh my gosh, our rookie cornerback,
Siobhan Revel.
Siobhan Revel. I was now just my opinion. I'm still a little leery about Siobhan Revel being out there. So I kind of felt a little bit better with this veteran cornerback. I don't know, Cliff. With this veteran cornerback that we brought in. I mean, do you see this guy being the guy, or do we still head towards the draft?
It's still way too early on Revel. Revel was, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he tear his ACL in training and only played like 3 games at the end of the season or something like that? Like exactly, he was injured except for like 3 games.
Revel came in from college injured.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, came in from college injured. There you go. So the hype on him when he came in was pretty awesome. We just have to wait and see. Bringing a veteran in is never going to, in my opinion, hurt you, especially when it's a value grab. Like Corner was just talking about. The Cowboys have actually done quite decently with value grabs, in my opinion. So we'll have to wait to see how Revel turns out, though. It's still way too early in his career.
Yeah. And also we're talking about PJ Locke, and I just found out he had this infusion. So we're probably just looking at him as a special team player. Wow. I wasn't expecting that, but I didn't know
Nickelback.
You think?
Nickelback.
I don't know. You know what? No, I'm sorry. No, it was. I'm sorry. No. Darian Kendrick is one we brought in, but there's another cornerback. When is another cornerback we brought? Kobe Durant. Now I feel comfortable with him on the other side of Deron Bland. I really do. So that
the outside guy.
Yeah. You don't think? I mean, if we go this, so say for instance we go this route, then you got Darian Kendrick. I think Darian would probably play more of the nickel. Well, how would you guys see that between Kobe Durant and Darian Kendrick? Cowboys champ, we'll start with you. What do you think with those 2 cornerbacks that we brought in?
I won't be surprised if they put Bland back at nickel and have the other 2 guys bow out on the outside.
Ooh, that's a good one. What do you think? What do you think, Corner?
No, I think Bland's going to be on the outside. I think you got Kalen Carson and Siobhan Revel on the outside as well. And then you're going to have Durant and this new kid that they just brought in playing the nickel, the slot. Durant, if you look at Durant with the Rams, he played a lot of slot coverage. I don't want him on the outside. He has small. He's 5'10", but his arm length is tiny. It's Cowboys don't do this, so this is Christian Parker's special here. But this is a nickel type of guy. Put him on some tight ends. Put him on a running back out in the flats and stuff, and go do your thing. This
is my thing right here. When you're a football player, you're a football player. When you're a dog football player, your measurables they go out the window now. Because we can go look at Bob Sanders and use him for a prime example. Dog did not have the measurables, but he did what was necessary and needed to be done. Ed Reed, he didn't have the measurables as the safety, but his arm length wasn't all that long, but he did what it was necessary to do. When it comes to dogs, measurables are no longer in the process. This dude is effective, and if he's highly effective, you eliminate the measurables.
Okay. So, and here's now. This was one I was a little surprised to hear. Sam Howell, Cliff. We brought in Sam Howell. I mean, is this a trade bait, or or is this a competition where he can actually compete for a backup job? I was kind of like, okay, we're gonna bring in Sam Howell, which I like. Howell. I like him.
For myself, I think it's going to be a determination of who's going to be backup, who's going to be third string. That's how I see them playing this out. I see how winning the backup position.
That's a possibility.
I'll
what do you think?
That message.
What do you think, Corny? Can you see that happening? Over Joe Milton III.
Joe Milton ain't a quarterback in this league, and he's proved that. He's just not a quarterback in this league. I think Joe Milton should have been the odd man out, and Will Grier, Hal, and Dak should have been the quarterbacks on this roster. There's no point in keeping Milton here.
I approve that message.
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
For sure. And and like I say, and it should be a competition type thing. So, this is, and like I said, we have made some major moves as far as what has taken place with the Cowboys, but and we've also seen these individuals brought in. But let's talk about this middle linebacker position and the options we have with this middle linebacker. I talked about this earlier, and with the options that are out there, you have the trade, you have the free agent, and you have the draft. So with that being said, Cowboys champ, what do you think is the best route to go when we're looking for this middle linebacker? Because there's definitely options. I mean, should we go through the draft? Should we go through the trade, or should we go through the free agent market?
Well, unless Sonny Styles can fall to the Cowboys, I don't know how likely that might be. Their best option might either probably trade a day 3 for a veteran, or just see what veterans become available. But they have to show up that middle linebacker position. There's no doubt about that. Because that's really one of the weakest positions on the defense. And you add this, the middle linebacker has to be the quarterback of the defense. He's gonna have to be smart to be able to change the plays when they come in.
Yeah, he's the green light. He's the green light. Yeah, he's a green light of the defense. So
definitely on that 3-4 defense. Definitely on 3-4 defense, you're gonna have a middle linebacker that's just there.
So with that being said, Cliff, do you take the chance of bringing in a draftee as far as your green light? Or do you go with the trade, or do you go with the free agency?
I mean, let's be honest. We can go really truly all three ways, right? We can go draft and pick up a guy. We can go for a trade and pick up a guy. So it's right now I'm kind of trusting, and I probably shouldn't be because it's the Cowboys, but right now, with what they're doing in free agency, what they've done with trades, what they've done with picking up, I'm trusting because they're actually making moves that seem like it's not driven by the front office. This actually seems like coaching moves.
Coaching move.
So going through the draft, right? I believe they're going to use the second first round pick for a middle linebacker. But you're right. We are short staffed. We are short-handed on middle linebackers. So it's something they definitely have to address, regardless of how they address it. We're going to have to address it.
For sure, for sure. Football Junkie, what do you think about that? What's your take on that? I mean, which route are you going, and which best fits for the 2026 season?
I say I say all three myself. I agree with Clifford on that. All three. I'll try to find me someone on free agency to bring in and lock them in, and somebody a draft pick that I can lock in, and via trade if possible. That 12th pick, I would go most definitely with a middle linebacker, because you there's a couple of options out there at middle linebacker besides Sonny Styles, and they play at his level. It's just Sonny Styles is unique because he moved from safety to linebacker. That's what makes Sonny Styles unique. That's the only thing that sets him apart.
I actually like that about him too.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sets him apart besides his foot speed. Foot speed and coming from he's kind of like Woody. Woody went from linebacker to the safety. He's coming from safety to linebacker. And then he has the foot speed. So yeah, Cowboys really do need to bring in a veteran linebacker to help groom Sonny Styles or whatever linebacker that we get, as well as we need to bring in another veteran just for injury precautionary reasons. The Overshown, we know his history and stuff like that. So we have to pad and protect ourselves a little bit deeper at linebacker for injury reasons.
Yeah, I think Shamar James and DeMarvin Overshown, they are great talent, but it's still unproven. Cowboys corner. But when we talk about this middle linebacker option, what do you think would be the best, as far as your opinion? What would you think would be the best way to attack this situation? We're talking about the middle linebacker, or we're talking about the trade, free agency, or the draft, or what do you think?
I think it's going to be a trade after the draft. And me personally, I don't view Sonny Styles as a middle linebacker. I think he's an outside linebacker in a 3-4 system. If you want to talk about middle linebackers, in my opinion, Anthony Hill Jr. out of Texas, C.J. Allen, though to me, those are true Mike linebackers to me. At that 6'6" foot stature that Sonny Styles is, I don't know how good he'll look playing in the middle as a Mike linebacker to me. I think when last year's draft happened, we said we didn't draft a wide receiver. And then after the draft, we got George Pickens. So if you let this draft play out, don't be surprised if they go trade for a linebacker.
I have a question. Cowboys corner. Send me those measurables again. Of Sonny Styles.
6'5", 244.
Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs. I can go on Levon Kirkland. I can name monsters at that size with that type of speed. Not as fast as him, but good speed. Pretty much Pittsburgh whole defensive linebacker core was that size in the early mid-90s. That exact size. That exact size.
But it's different. But you're talking 90s and 2026.
No. I'm talking about measurables. I'm talking about measurables. I'm not talking about.
You have to talk about errors, though. You have to talk about error. It's completely different now.
Okay. That dude will fit. That dude, he's an intimidator. He's a raw bone intimidator. He wants to rough people up. He wants to blow people up. So if we have a chance, I mean, really, if we pass on Sonny Styles and we have the option to get Sonny Styles to play Mike linebacker, we fucked up.
So well, that's the thing about it. So that's the question. If he's there at 12, Cowboys champ, do you take Sonny Styles at 12?
Oh, no doubt you take him at 12. But you know what? But I forgot. Sonny Styles, he's more of an outside rusher. He more outside rusher than the middle linebacker. See, the reason why I say outside of Sonny Styles because that's one of the top linebackers who I want. But what I want, I might not get. He might not be there.
So
But like with CJ Allen, he fit that mold more of a the middle linebacker. Now on the perfect world, if Sonny Styles, if he can fall 12 and CJ Allen at 20, that'll be the perfect scenario for the Cowboys.
This is what y'all shaking me. Why do y'all see Sonny Styles as an outside linebacker type? He's not.
He is.
He's not.
In a 3-4 scheme, he is.
A 3-4 scheme. 3-4 scheme, yeah.
Look, check this out. This dude moved from safety to inside linebacker because he grew. He grew out of the physical aspect of a safety, and he was so physical at safety till they couldn't help but to bring him down there into the daggum front lines to play the linebacker position because of his mental toughness. Yeah, he's 6'5". Yeah, this dude weighs what 240-ish, 250-ish, somewhere like that, 230 or somewhere like that. Yeah, but at the same time, do you want a dude that runs 4.3 playing outside linebacker when this dude can patrol the whole field?
That's another thing. Overshawn was a safety, went to a linebacker in college as well. But I don't consider Overshawn as a middle linebacker. I just consider him a player. Same thing with Sonny Styles. You get his best move on the outside, but he's the type of player that you can move around also. But his best asset is on the outside.
And we got to understand, we got to still realize what this defense is going to look like. I think a lot of these linebackers are going to be filling these gaps as well on these blitz packages as well. So we don't know what this defense will look like, but Jaja Binks, 4733 says Sonny Styles isn't a pass rusher. So, that is all our opinion, but we don't know. But I guess the question is, if he's there at 12, do we grab him at 12? And if we do, where do we put him? Do we put him over there where Maurice Luafau, or do we put him? Because you got Ezraku over there. Ezraku is going to have to play outside linebacker. So this is something that they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do if he is there. So go ahead.
When you look at how we done beefed up front and stuff and whatnot with the defensive ends and the tackles and stuff like that, and how these guys, we got real beef. I'm talking about Bodacious Bobby.
300 pounders, baby.
We got Terry Black beef at the line, and
that's an Angus,
Brahmas, you name it. We got that. When you have that type of mass up front and you're able to rotate that mass, this type of, especially in a 3-4 defense, that type of mass creates a lot of one-on-one matchups. It creates it. So, in not only that, it also, whoever's the hot dude, is going to be a situation where they're going to be dedicating to stop a double team on them type of dude. And when you have somebody that's with Demarion Overshawn's type of speed, Sonny Styles type of speed, look, they run free. You got some dudes that's gonna run like
it's gonna bring pressure. It's definitely gonna bring pressure. You're right.
And really, you can develop a guy to become a pass rusher. You can develop a pass rusher, but it takes time to develop somebody that's never been an outside linebacker to become an outside linebacker. Look at what we traded. A guy that he's a pass rusher.
We did some major moves. God, dog, we did some major.
I mean, but I mean, he couldn't hardly stop the run.
Well, we talk about
He's a pass. I'm talking about our boy that we let loose to Green Bay. He's a pass rusher. He could put pressure on the quarterback. He could get to the quarterback, but how effective was he on the run?
He's too light. What you got,
exactly?
I think a lot of people need to understand in a 3-4 system, and even when they run 4-2-5. When I say Sonny Styles is outside linebacker, it doesn't necessarily mean he has to pass rush every play.
No.
In a 3-4, because if you look at Sonny Styles' Ohio tape, he plays closer to the outside numbers on either side of the ball. Sometimes he likes to play 2 lines from the line of scrimmage, act like he's blitzing. He likes to drop back in coverage. I mean, he played a lot of Mike, but he didn't play. I mean, he played some Mike. He didn't play a lot of Mike there at Ohio State. So when I look at Sonny Styles in a 3-4 system, just because he's an outside linebacker doesn't mean that he's rushing everybody. He could be a wheel, or he could be a Sam linebacker, or he could because what's a 3-4 system? It's a disguise. You don't know what guy is coming, right? So I understand that he might not have the tools in his toolbox to be a 99% pass rusher. I understand that, but what you can utilize him is when you go 4-2-5, Hillman Overshown hitting those boundaries, setting the edge. Your 2 big guys clogging in the middle, you're going to be able to stop the run. Absolutely.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we saw a glimpse of that 2 years ago when Overshown and Parsons was playing.
Who was that? Overshown and who?
Parsons. Yeah. We saw a glimpse of that.
Yeah.
Before Overshown got hurt.
Now look, so he's rushing in right here. I mean, look at this. Look at this play against Miami. I mean, he just came off the edge. I mean, watch his tape at Miami. You gonna tell me he's not a pass rusher? He was an outside linebacker playing disguise, and he rushed in there and got a sack on Miami. Watch the Miami tape, bros.
So
you'll see what I'm talking about.
The thing about it, and this is what I'm excited to see, because this defense is going to be so effective, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast, and it's going to be nasty. So this is something we can look forward to. JVS 1021 said, I heard a rumor Niners would explore trading Fred Warner. If that's true, I would love for Dallas to look into that. What do you think, Cowboys champ? Fred Warner, how old is he? About 40? No, just kidding.
No.
That corner after that.
It just, what do you, I mean, just a hypothetical question. I mean, would you?
Me, with Fred Warner, it depends on what they want.
I'm not giving up. I don't know. I'm not.
I'll stay away from him, man.
They're gonna want that 3rd round. But see,
Fred Warner is a good player, but it depends on what they want.
Here's the deal about Fred Warner. He's a 4-3 guy.
He's damaged goods too. He's damaged goods too.
Yeah. So can we trust him in a 3-4 in more space? You know, I don't know. You know, there's more responsibility in the 3-4 than it is 4-3. So that's a risk that you're taking. I see what JVS is saying. I mean, as far as a veteran and being experienced, great. But do we know how he would play in a 3-4 defense? We don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Junkie?
He'll perform in a 3-4. I mean, I believe he would perform in a 3-4 defense. Fred Warner's a hell of a smart dude. Real smart, man. He kept that defense in plenty positions and stuff like that to continue to compete.
He's a green light.
Yeah, he's a green light. He's a hell of a communicator. He's an excellent communicator. He's probably one of the best communicating linebackers I've seen since Ray Lewis. But I mean, we got to look at Fred been banged up, and he had a major injury here recently.
Yeah, so true. So, Corner, are you on
And
the phone or what is that up to? Is that a phone or a remote?
I'm on a hypothetical phone. I'm calling for Fred Warner right now.
and to you, Corner, you got to look at something though. When you talk about looking at the Ohio State Miami tape and stuff like that, University of Miami have a hell of a lot of explosive players that can just kill your edge, your defense.
So,
Matter of fact,
go ahead.
Matter of fact, they was killing everybody defensive edge.
And they got talent. They definitely got talent. But I got to move on. I got to move on to the next thing. But before we go, guy, I got to do this here real quick. And just hold what you got right quick, man. I got to do this, and we'll be right back. But we got to do this real quick.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Cowboys Huddle podcast, your go-to spot for all things Dallas Cowboys. Whether it's breaking news, game day updates, insider rumors, or honest fan takes, we've got you covered. We're diving deep into the star every week, bringing you the latest and the loudest from Cowboys Nation. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's ride with America's team.
All right, thank you. I want to thank everybody that's a part of this channel tonight, man. We appreciate you guys, man. It's our first day back on What's Up Wednesday. And, yeah, we didn't want to come on too soon because we'd probably been throwing tomatoes and banana peels at each other, just trying to make up something. But there's some things that's been going on. But let's get into this real quick, man. And look, again, if you are not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video is posted. But I want to get into this, guys. The question is, we have a 12 pick and we have a 20th pick. Depending on how picks are made from 1 through 11, would you trade down in the first round to give up your 12th pick to get a second round pick? Starting with you, Cowboys champ. Yes or no? And why?
Depending on how the first 11 picks run, I wouldn't mind them trading down just a little bit if they got the right trading partner, and also depend on what they see on their board, because I really don't want them to hopefully they won't reach for a player. If they know what players that they want, if they not on their board, and if they can trust it, they can trade down a little bit and pick up a second, then yeah, I have no problem with it.
All right, football junkie. If you had the opportunity that there's the Jets down there at 24, and they see this player they wanted the 12th pick, and they called Jared, listen, we want this 12th pick, man. We're going to give you the 25th, 24th pick, and we'll give you a second round. Are you taking it?
No. I'm not taking
it. Why not? And why not?
I'm sitting pat where I'm at because the picking is too good.
Listen, they're going to, you're going to drop down to the, I will say you drop down to the 22nd. They're going to give you, you're going to still get a pick in the first round, and you also get a second round pick. You say no?
No. Cowboys been egg fighting with themselves too long to be doing some shuffleboard type of stuff right now. No, you staying pat where you is right now. If this is something that's not keeping you in the top 15, along with what we have at the 20, forget that. Heck no. I'm not moving back so you can move up and give me a second. No. I'd rather deal with having 2 first-round picks to have to pay them later.
But see, this is what this does, though. What this does do now, you get 2 first round, you get a second round, and you get a third round, and you get a 4th round, 3 5th rounds. So I'm just, but like you say, you say no. Okay, I get it. Cowboys Corner. What the hell you gonna do with this pick? That listen, they calling you. They said about Baltimore Ravens say, listen, we got a pick, and we wanted 12, and we are sitting at 23. We're gonna give you our 23rd pick, and we're gonna give you a second round for this 12th pick. What are you gonna do, Cowboys corner?
I'm gonna take it if Monsieur Delane, off the board, Baines off the board, Reese is off the board, Caleb Downs is off the board. If Cardinal Tate is staring me at the face at 12, I might take him at 12. If those three guys are gone and Cardinal Tate is right there, I'm going to take Cardinal Tate. I'm going to tell whoever's calling me no. I'm going to pick up the phone and say, who wants George Pickens? Because I just got Cardinal Tate and I got CeeDee Lamb.
No. Oh.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what. Who wants Georgie P?
Oh, Jackie,
who wants Georgie P?
Oh my gosh.
Then I'll be able to give me a second round pick for sure.
You know what? I wouldn't send George Pickens nowhere because I'll send CD before I send George.
We're going to get to that. Hold on. Let's stay right here. So Cowboys champ said he wouldn't do it. Is that right, Cowboys?
No. I said depending. I say again, depending how the first 11 picks run.
Makes sense. That really makes sense, right? That really makes sense. It
depends. Yeah, but somebody calling off, give me a good offer. Yeah, I'm trading that.
Yeah,
but again, depending on the first 11 picks.
I think, but you're right about that, Cowboys champ, because if they start taking all these defensive players up to 11. Well, we done missed out on a bunch. Well, you know what? I'm willing to give you that 12 just to fall back to 23, 24, and get those two first round picks. Or then again, you have to look at it like this. So say, for instance, if those defensive players are still at Cowboys corner and there's not many been taken and they're still there at 11, you might can fall back at 23, 23rd and still get what you want, and then you got a second round player.
I wouldn't say you can get what you want.
Well, get what you need,
because then you're forcing yourself to get
reaching now.
Yeah, you're reaching.
You're reaching now.
And I see what you're saying about Junkie. The same thing what you're saying. Again, if they're there at 12, no, I'm not giving. If the player that you want is there at 12, you take it. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to pass up. If they're sitting, and again, like Cowboys Champ said, it depends on 1 through 11.
But just think about it though. Let's just be realistic about it. We have a second round pick. It's just in the first round.
No,
that's all it is.
No,
we have a second round pick.
No,
it's just in the first round.
No. Look, check this out. Everybody has one first round pick. Technically speaking, everybody has one first round pick. But because of different type of negotiation and agreement, teams happen to have 2 first round picks.
No. 72 players. 72 players.
Yeah. See, that's that, and we're talking about IQ too, bro. When you're talking about from 1 to 72, whatever, that they're there for a reason because of their IQ and their athleticism. So at 20, he's at 24. Just my opinion. I see what you're saying, though. You're saying that
I don't see what he's saying.
Well, but no, I see what he's saying. At the 25th, it's like you consider that as because anything 20 above, I expect them to come in and contribute right then. Not saying they got to, carry the team, but I expect them to come in and contribute. And what Football Junkie is saying sound like what he's saying. Anything 20 and below, basically, you can consider them in second round, right? Football Junkie, is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is we have at the 20th spot, we got 2 first round draft picks. If it wasn't for the Michael Parsons trade, we only have 1 first round draft pick. If nobody has made any type of agreements or negotiations, they all will have just 1 first round pick. 1 through 32 is 32 teams. Everybody got 1 first round pick. Everybody. But there's teams that have made trades and agreements where they got 2 first round picks. That's a gift and a blessing. At the same time, everybody's not going to be like the New York Jets, have 2 first round picks and have a second round pick or 2 and whatnot. Everybody's not going to be like that. Everybody's not going to be like the Cleveland Browns, have 2 first-round picks and possibly a second-round draft pick. But you have teams that have 2 first-round draft picks and don't have a second-round draft pick like the Cowboys. Your second-round draft pick is just coming earlier in the first round, and you are able to take advantage of a situation where you're getting a more productive type of player that could be an impactful player sooner.
This is real simple. Watch this, G. Hampton. Watch this. Why can't the Cowboys pick in the second round?
Shit, you know why they can't pick in the second round?
Because they don't have a second round pick.
Shit,
that's why.
Yeah, but
it ain't the same, bro. It ain't the same.
Look, okay, from 20 players, it's 72 players. True indeed,
are coming off the board by the time you pick
60,
again.
64, 72. Okay, 64. Okay, it's 72, but you still got 2 players by the time you get the third pick.
Okay, but you're.
No, I'm not missing it.
Yeah,
you still got 2 players. You still got 2 players.
You got 2 players, but you wish you had 3 by the time the third round comes around because you had 2 first-round picks and a second.
Okay. In the process of that, okay, let's just say Cowboys opt out and give that 12th up, go into the second round. All right. Like we said, they're gonna fool around and be reaching. So what are you talking about?
No, because then the board
you contradicting yourself. Well,
no, you can still go BPA.
Best player available.
Best player available. But you can get best player available, but you still can be reaching.
No, that
man,
don't make
look,
sense.
Check this out.
You can't do both at the same time.
Yes, you can, because Cowboys do that dumb shit every year.
You can do both at the same time.
Cowboys do that dumb shit every year.
Give me an example.
They do that, man. Tell me when you haven't seen the Cowboys bag back in the draft to collect another draft pick and still do some bonehead stuff when they should have stayed where they was at to get
Last time they did, they got Micah Parsons. Last time they did it, they got Tyler Biotish
and CeeDee Lamb.
Okay,
and Des Bryant.
Okay.
So
okay.
And Travis.
Where's Michael Parsons?
We got 2 first-round draft picks out of him.
Yeah, and you.
Okay. Yeah, no, we have one.
You did get your contract out of him. You got your 4 years out of him, but it is what it is.
We pretty much rebuilding our defense off of Michael Parsons.
I wouldn't say that.
Pretty much.
So
it freed up money for Clark. It was able to get Williams, 2 first-round draft picks. Come on, man. Come on.
So we both can agree to disagree, but again, it just depends on what's out there at the time. But it just, again, from the picks from 1 through 11 pretty much tell you if you want to give up that 12th pick, because like you say, what if Arvell Reese is still sitting there, or what if Bain, for whatever reason, because we know the draft just does crazy stuff, and if Bain, no, you don't want to give up that, you want to get Baines, I guess you would think, but or the defensive end from Miami, but again, this is just options that you have. But personally, what I would do, I would if it depends on how 1 through 11 goes, and if there's still defensive players there at 11. Hell yeah, I'm dropping down, giving up that 12, getting 2 picks in the first, and I'm going to give me a second, and I'm going to give me a third. All that does for me is just gives me more picks. But I got to get into before we get out of here. So, guys, let me talk about this. This is why we're on here tonight. So, Jaxon Smith Njigba, the reigning NFL Offensive Player of the Year, has reached agreement with Seattle on a 4-year, $168.6 million contract extension that makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. The deal averages $42.1 million per year and includes $120 million guaranteed, both setting records for wide receiver. With this new agreement, the two-time Pro Bowler is contractually tied to Seattle through 2031. The Seahawks already exercised Smith Njigba's fifth-year option for 2027, worth approximately $23.9 million last week. Now, I said all that to say this. Jaxon just set the bar, and I know I see where you're looking, Cowboys Corner, because I already know your answer. I'm not even talking to you because I know what you're gonna say. But listen, so Jaxon has set the bar up here. Football Junkie, we are right back where we started with Michael Parsons. Because we waited. We have waited. And sure enough, Seattle showed us something that now the Cowboys are going to have to make or break with Pickens. I'm just saying, Jaxon has set the bar that much higher now to where we understand that Pickens is up under tag until, July 15th?
Yes.
But there could be teams out there say, you know what? I'll give you a trade, but I want Pickens, but I'm going to pay. Again, David Mulugata, he cares less about your loyalty to a team. I'm going to get you to a team that's going to pay you the money. Isn't that what he told Michael Parsons? The same thing he told, same agent. So guess what? I don't give a bad rat about what Jerry Jones. Guess what Mulugata is doing right now? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he rubbing them together. And you know what? Ain't nobody gonna want to make a deal with the Cowboys on Pickens before the draft. It's too much defensive talent.
But you still have till July 15th. I believe it's 15th or 25th. I'm not sure.
July 15th.
July 15th. So you still got to July 15th.
Oh, no, it's June 15th. It's June 15th.
The June? Is it?
It's June 15th.
Oh my God.
That's even closer.
Worse. This is what we were with Michael Parsons. Again, guess what? We drag our feet and what we say, hey, we need George Pickens to prove himself one more year. And look what has happened. So, Football Junkie, what you doing? We start with you because I know what you got to say.
That's a bad situation, bro.
Why do we keep doing this? Why we always got to be the last one to the dance, last one to the party, last one to the funeral?
And always dancing with the ugly girl with beer goggles on.
Cowboys Corner girlfriend.
Oh, no, man.
Don't put my business out there like that. I get drunk off her back.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, that's a bad situation, man. I mean, that's really a bad situation, bro.
Jaxon had just set the bar that much higher. So this is where we are. We don't know what Pickens is going to do. We don't know what David Mulugata is going to do. Cowboys Corner. Why are you
not that
like
hard? Because it's not that hard. This is simple. This is easy.
It's not either.
Oh, it is. Check this out. Peep game. The Dallas Cowboys franchise tag George Pickens where he has permission to seek other teams to see if they're involved in them.
Correct.
What is exclusive or non? I think it's non-exclusive.
It's not exclusive.
It's
so he can go talk with other teams. He can go talk to other teams right now.
But
what? Well, hold on. I'll let you talk.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
What reports have you heard where it says George Pickens and his agent are talking to?
None.
You haven't. This just happened, though, Cowboys Corner. This just happened.
And you know, and check this out. Check this out, big dog. Hear me out. Let me build this up to you. All right. I'm the food pyramid, baby. We're all gonna eat.
Hold
on.
What about them draft picks that's attached with him?
Well, hold on. Well, the draft picks don't care. They're negotiable. Just because it's 2 firsts, it doesn't matter. The team can sign George and say, "Hey, we're not going to give you 2 firsts. What do you want to do?" They don't have to be 2 firsts. They're negotiable. All right. It's not set in stone. It's not written in the Word of God. All right. But check this out. A lot of us fans, we get, and I'm not singling anybody out. A lot of us fans get caught up in these contracts. Dak Prescott got paid the highest paid quarterback. Guess who got paid after him? Josh Allen, $55 million a year. That ain't 60. Brock Purdy, $53 million a year. That ain't 60. Daniel Jones got paid $44 million a year after that. That's not 60. We got to stop looking at this bar. Jerry Jones overpaid for Dak Prescott. Jerry Jones overpaid for Ezekiel Elliott at $16 million APY. No running back even sniffed $16 million APY. When it comes to George Pickens, there's not going to be a team that wants to pay that man that type of money because they don't trust him. Now, check this out. Hold on. Like I said, it's a food pyramid. Everyone's going to eat. When it comes to George Pickens, the leverage is in the Cowboys' hands, period. Because if he has permission right now to go seek out other contracts with other teams, and those picks are negotiable, why hasn't it been done? It's because teams don't trust George Pickens.
No, they're waiting.
Yes, it does. If you listen to Brian Broaddus, Brian Broaddus is a Super Bowl winning scout who has connections to a lot of GMs. A lot of GMs said that they would pick George Pickens last in a field of like CD or Justin Jefferson or Chase or Waddle. A lot of these guys, right? Denver Broncos traded for Waddle, gave up a first-round pick and some other things and paid him big money, all right? They went Waddle and not picked up the phone and said, what about Pickens? I'm telling you guys, Pickens is available and no one's pulling the trigger. If the Cowboys are going to sign George Pickens, it's going to be for somewhere in the ballpark of 28 to 31 million, and that's on period.
Well, here's the deal, and no one is looking right now because you still have the draft. You know, and I would, as a GM, I wouldn't go looking right now. Let me see what I can get in the draft. No, really, I really would. I would wait till after the draft. Let's get through this draft, and if he's still there, then I would think of because. You know, you can get a player in the draft and put him to a 4-year contract a lot less than what you're going to pay George Pickens, okay? We know that. So let's get through the draft, and then if the guy's still there, then as a team, I'm going to kick some tires. But David Mulugata, he don't give a damn about your loyalty to the Cowboys. And not necessarily saying you have to get the money of Jackson, but as an agent, your job is to do what now. This is from personal experience. I told my son is to try to get as close as you can to the highest paid receiver or whatever position it is. Is watch when you see the draft. When you see that one defensive end that goes at 6, the next defensive end that comes up, he wants to get as close as he can to that 6th pick. As far as his salary. So not necessarily saying that Pickens is going to get what Jackson, but Mulugata, what he's going to do, he's going to push up higher than what he could have got if we would have signed him instead of tagging him. We were in the same position we were when we had Parsons. Parsons has said, I don't need all the money. Just sign me in so we can. No, listen to me. He said this, but until he saw Max Crosby, he saw Myles Garrett, and he saw J.J. Watt get paid, then guess what? Because Jerry dragged his feet, and sure enough, what did Parsons say? Yeah, they making money. I want some of that money. But again, here we are dragging our feet. We're gonna take. We gotta do the moral test on them. I don't want somebody with morals. I need somebody that's half crazy that has no fear, that will go across that middle and catch that ball and get the ball to the end zone. But that's where we are. We want to see the moral character. I don't think this guy's no worse than Dez Bryant. He's no worse than Terrell Owens. He's not.
I'm going to cut you off, Gary. I'm just going to call it how I see it, man. All these racist people, this is a racist situation, bro. Because black athletes, hold up. Black athletes, we kind of mentally deranged on the football field, dog. Some of us is kind of mentally deranged, man. Because you got to look at Takeo Spikes and stuff like that, dog. They trying to blackball the dude, man. Josh Pickens, he's aggressive. He's just aggressive.
I think this is one of those things where Jerry has dragged his feet again, and got us in it. I don't know if it's about a racist thing, but I see what you're saying. But we had Terrell Owens, we had Dez Bryant, we seen the worst of the worst.
Antonio Brown too.
Cowboys
Always fighting on the field.
Who was it? That Greg? What was his name? Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
It doesn't get no worse than that. So
look, it's not a race thing. Obviously, George, it's documented. George Pickens liked to practice. Obviously, it's documented. George Pickens gets personal PIs, right? Not PIs. What do you call it? Personal fouls. There you go.
Personal fouls.
Yeah, obviously it's documented. He gets personal fouls and big. He got one for the Cowboys. All right.
I don't care. Cowboys corner.
But check this out. But you can't make this thing a race thing if you know that he has these issues.
It's a race thing. No, I'm not saying that.
You can't say he robbed the bank, but he's a good guy.
He might be.
Yeah, but he's a bank robber. You got to call it how it is.
I think
he might be a good guy.
And teams are not calling.
They will be calling
for George Pickens.
They will be calling Cowboys.
They call who's better, Waddle or George Pickens?
Pickens.
So why did they call for Pickens?
They will. They will. I promise you, they will. Once they get through this,
don't want George Pickens.
Watch. There's some desperate teams out there. It's going to happen, and we're going to. And I'm going to say this, and just my thought on this. I think we're going to lose George Pickens.
Pickens will end up back in Pittsburgh.
You know what they're going to say? Cowboys going in for about Jenkins. Oh, Ryan Flournoy, he's just as good. Stop it.
You want him to say that? I need them draft picks. Give me that equity.
Stop it. Don't sit there and
tell me. I'm gonna ask you this. How many receivers that's in the draft that has the catch radius of George Pickens? No. How many receivers in the NFL right now has the catch radius of George Pickens? And the playmaking ability of George Pickens after he gets the ball.
Well, first of all, we can't say catch radius because George Pickens' bread and butter this year was a slant.
It don't matter.
Because
it don't matter.
Because the ball goes right here in the chest from 7 yards from the line of scrimmage.
But it works.
Because the idiots didn't know how to use him.
Yeah.
And when you played a good team like the Lions, that slant wasn't very effective, was it?
Well, yeah, it's called coaching.
It's called coaching.
Who quit on the team and Richard Sherman called him out and they got all mad? I think that was Georgie P. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but
look at that.
But we forget about Amari Cooper. He quit too. You know why he quit?
Wait, I don't forget about that.
Hey, CD Lamb.
New England.
Quit. So let's get to the common denominator. Why do these receivers quit? Wait a minute. Nobody wants to talk. Hey, nobody wants to talk. Why so many receivers quit?
Why do so many Dallas Cowboy wide receivers?
A lot of receivers.
I dare you to say, any one of y'all to say why the receivers quit.
A lot of them receivers be quitting because them offensive coordinators don't know how to call the plays to get them over in position to make plays. They be on some stupid stuff, man. The offensive coordinators don't be making the adjustments.
Why do we see CeeDee Lamb when he go out for
quarterbacks like Dak Prescott?
Oh, hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Wait, I'll just listen. I want to know, why did Amari Cooper always quit on certain plays? We see CeeDee Lamb quit on certain plays, and we're seeing George Pickens. What is the common denominator?
That shoulder lean.
Mr. Footwork.
Listen, now y'all go quiet. Nobody wants to talk about that.
No, they don't want to talk about it. I think
George Pickens just got it. I mean, obviously, George Pickens does it to himself. Obviously, he could be a good wide receiver, an elite wide receiver in this league. But he just has to figure it out that he has to do it at a consistent level. Once he figures that out, and maybe if he does it this year on a franchise tag, maybe teams next year be like, you know what, George Pickens in Pittsburgh is the same Pittsburgh, the George Pickens in Dallas, right? So
let me ask you this, Cowboys corner. What if you going into the week for next week's game? You sit down, you watch film, you go through the film session, and then coach comes out with the game plan. And out of 80 plays, there's only 10 plays that's designed for you.
I'm gonna make the best out of those 10 plays.
Capricorn, that's a real thing. That is a real thing. You mean to tell me out of 80 plays, I'm only getting 10 looks?
You phasing me out the game now.
Well,
So
why?
we don't
What
know
happened? What did I
why.
do to do that?
Exactly. Well, the thing about it, well, hey man, I'm here. But you making this build for Kavontae Turpin and what's our tight end?
Ryan. Oh yeah.
Ferguson.
And CD. What about me? Now, I just say that because being a receiver, I know that feeling. It's like, well, damn, you want me just going to I'm a top-notch receiver, but you only got 10 plays out of 80? 10? Oh, man. You want me to go out here and do all this blocking? So we don't know. But again, Jaxon Smith Njigba has set the bar a little bit higher for all receivers.
Nobody get paid like that. The salary cap is going up, but it ain't going up that damn much.
Not necessarily saying that you're going to pay like that, but if you want something bad enough, you know how you go on. You know how you go on Amazon. You know damn well, Cowboys Corner, you don't need that. But what'd you do? You ordered it anyway.
Well, it's Walmart.com. Amazon got cheap, but it's Walmart.com. I got a chainsaw over there that I used one time, and the only reason why I bought it is it was a $200 chainsaw for $75.
See there? You didn't need it, but you wanted it.
Yeah, if my neighbor needed a chainsaw, I got one.
See?
Why you reaching?
So that's what happened.
Why you reaching, man?
Oh no, my $75 ain't reaching for me, player. I'm good.
No, I'm talking about why you reaching for something. Why you reaching for something you don't need? Why you reaching for something you don't need?
Because I watch a lot of movies where people got. I bought this house last year. People got chainsaws in their garage. I need a chainsaw in my garage too. Damn it!
You saw
I came from the hood. Hey, I got me a chainsaw in my motherfucking garage.
You got you a dust collector, huh?
Hey, if y'all understood where I grew up in Wichita Falls, Texas, you'd be like, Mike, you deserve that chainsaw in that damn garage, brother.
You from Wichita?
Oh, from Wichita Falls, baby.
East side. That was one of my dreams to always own a chainsaw, and I got one. I cut every damn thing around the house. I cut it down.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, G. Thank you, G.
Anyway,
I told all the white folk at work, I said, man, I got me a chainsaw. Y'all need one?
I'll show you how to use it.
That's right. Yeah, you hit this button here.
Oh. Hey, say, that's what's up, though, man. I got to mess with you, Carter.
Oh, yeah, 100%, dog. It's always fun.
Listen, I appreciate y'all coming on here tonight, man. We done held these folks up more than an hour, but that's what we do, man. It's all Cowboys talk, man. We're unapologetic with anything that we say. It is, like I said, it's our first live stream back. So you guys chime in and spread the word that we'll be here next Wednesday until we get up to the draft. And we're gonna do a live draft. We're gonna do the draft, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna see what the Cowboys do. So again, do me a favor, hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button. Our moderator is not here tonight. Fleabug is not here tonight, but she has definitely been supporting us in the chat. So big up to Fleabug.
Someone said she got real bad diarrhea.
Oh boy!
Don't do that.
Oh, we're still live? Oh, I didn't know that.
That is anyway. Okay, so with that being said, like I always say, continue to be blessed, continue to be safe, and whatever you do, continue to be kind, because we definitely need more kindness in this world, in this country. All right, with that being said, we out of here. Deuces. Later.
Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. The Cowboys Huddle Podcast.